Final score between the two sides, France win 1-0, Kylian Mbappe converts a penalty, and that was about the only positive thing I have to say about this game, because this game was absolutely disgusting.
France beat Paraguay 1-0 in the round of 32 at the 2026 World Cup. Paraguay finished the match with 0 yellow cards despite a stream of fouls that pundits, commentators, and French players say went well beyond normal physical play. Let's get into it. The reactions started rolling in from full time, and one statistic kept coming up: 0.
The worst refereeing performance I have seen in my life. Paraguay should have had at least 6 players sent off in this game. Paraguay got 0 yellow cards, let alone red for these.
France survive. Not a scare, not a tricky opponent, not even a threat on their goal. A threat on their general health and well-being. Paraguay turned up not to play football, just to kick and punch on 2 different occasions. Kylian Mbappe running by, he's given a whack. Jules Koundé running by, he's given a whack. Not a single yellow card given out to Paraguay. Can you believe that? 13 fouls committed, no yellow cards.
He should never ever be able to referee at the top level again, because that was genuinely one of the worst refereeing performances I've ever seen. He was either bribed, blind, on drugs, Paraguay fan. It was awful. 13 fouls, 0 yellow cards given for Paraguay, and that's not even adding on the 7 or 8 fouls that weren't even given.
The absolute worst refereeing performance of the World Cup so far.
Paraguay are a disgrace. The referee is a disgrace. He is a disgrace.
Paraguay is the first team I'm happy to see eliminated. Paraguay have had no yellow cards. It's bonkers.
This referee should never be allowed to ref a game ever again. I don't know what on earth is going on here. Is he on Paraguay's side, or is he genuinely just thick?
Et l'arbitrage, j'ai rien à dire. Si vous avez vu par vous-même. Et combien de fautes? 30, 40, 0 carton jaune? 0 carton pour le Paraguayen. La nervosité, il n'y en avait pas. Je vois pas pourquoi on devrait être nerveux quand on connaît nos qualités. Et l'arbitrage, j'ai rien à dire. Si vous avez vu par vous-même. Et combien de fautes? 30, 40, 0 carton jaune? 0 carton pour les Paraguayens. C'est pas grave.
9 separate reactions, 1 number. From here, the story splits into what actually happened on the pitch to produce that number. Almost every reaction video circled back to the same handful of moments, and the same Paraguay number kept coming up: 23, Alderete Galarza.
Scuffing up the penalty spot before Mbappe takes his penalty. Galarza outright elbowing Mbappe whilst he's trying to run through. Kicking out at players whilst you're on the floor. To be fair, I don't think he makes much contact here, but we've seen red cards given for this so often. It is ridiculous.
How is that not a red card? It's an elbow off the ball, exactly like Alex Song, that got straight red for. The same guy pretty much punched Koundé in the face.
How is that not a red card? How is that? He literally punched Mbappe in the face. He punched Koundé in the face. They nearly broke Doué's legs. Bro, then they started messing with the penalty spot. This was not a football match. This was war.
The penalty spot itself became its own moment, on top of the physical fouls being described elsewhere.
Even on the penalty, Desiree Doué produces brilliant footwork, gets past his player, he gets clearly fouled, and yet the referee has to rely on VAR to give that penalty. It was a joke.
Paraguay players have done everything in their power to try and put Kylian Mbappe off missing this penalty. They've even tampered with the penalty spot, which surely is not allowed.
Under immense pressure from the Paraguay players, who delayed that penalty from Kylian Mbappe. He even set the ball once, and then he had to set it again because the Paraguay players complained.
Live match commentary tracked the same pattern as it happened. French players being booked while Paraguay's were not.
Au milieu de terrain, tac de Manu Koné, ça laisse l'avantage. Et non, carton jaune pour Manu Koné. Carton jaune pour Koné. Paraguay toujours 0 carton. Paraguay toujours 0 carton.
With the flashpoints piling up, attention turned to the man who let them go unpunished.
This is the referee for Paraguay against France. His name is Ilgiz Tantashev from Uzbekistan.
L'arbitre de ce France-Paraguay, Monsieur Ilgiz Tantashev, c'était ta première Coupe du Monde. C'est ta première Coupe du Monde. Eh bien, j'espère que ça sera la dernière et j'espère surtout qu'on ne te reverra plus jamais sur un terrain en Amérique cet été. Il a été honteux de la première à la dernière seconde du temps additionnel. Comment tu m'expliques que le Paraguay, avec cette attitude, ils ne prennent pas un carton rouge dans le match? Il a fallu attendre le coup de sifflet final pour dégainer le premier carton.
Aujourd'hui, je veux juste qu'on parle de ce qu'il s'est passé sur le terrain parce que l'arbitre a réussi à terminer le match avec 0 carton pour le Paraguay et ça c'est un scandale. Quand tu vois le nombre de fautes qui a été faites par le Paraguay, on peut envoyer des grandes patates sur des joueurs, des grands coups dans les bras quand tu te fais dépasser, tu te fais prendre de vitesse, des grands coups dans les tibias, tu termines avec 0 carton. C'est scandaleux. C'est scandaleux que cet arbitre ne revienne jamais arbitrer. Jamais. Et je parle même pas que de la Coupe du Monde, qu'il ne réarbitre jamais.
Once the whistle went, the French players were asked directly about the 90 minutes, and Mbappe gave the answer that spread the furthest.
Kylian Mbappe has been speaking after the game. A few quotes from him. He is less than pleased after this game. He says, quote, "We show Paraguay that if they want to play dirty, we can also play dirty." Yep. Quote, "If they tell us to F off, we will also tell them to F off." And quote, "Paraguay did not want to play football, and we showed them we knew how to do that."
Zlatan Ibrahimovic on the same broadcast framed France's composure as the real story.
It was a different challenge for them today. It was more about not to get provocated, stay composed, stay calm, don't lose your balance, and don't fall for the trick that they were doing. Paraguay. And
is it hard in the face of those moments?
It is. I would get 4 red cards in this game. And maybe send somebody to But yes, it is what it is, and I like to play it. I like to play the real game. I don't like somebody try to provoke it. But it's part of the game and it's not part of the game. But France, they showed calm, they were relaxed, they did what they need to do. They gave them a smile. That's the best way to respond. Yes. Smile, score goals, win the game.
Rayan Cherki, asked in a post-match interview about the officiating, gave a short answer that matched what commentators were already saying.
La nervosité, il n'y en avait pas. Je ne vois pas pourquoi on devrait être nerveux quand on connaît nos qualités. Et l'arbitrage, j'ai rien à dire. Hein. Vous avez vu par vous-même. Et combien de fautes? 30, 40, 0 carton jaune? C'est pas grave.
A Paraguay player gave the opposite framing, suggesting more cards might have calmed the game down.
Je pense que l'arbitre aurait pu donner quelques cartons jaunes, ça les aurait peut-être un peu calmés. Et voilà, on savait qu'ils allaient essayer de nous sortir de notre match, parce que voilà, le coach nous avait préparé 2-3 jours avant. Et voilà, bon, des fois c'est clair qu'on peut s'énerver aussi. Voilà, on va pas se laisser faire, mais voilà, on est resté concentré. Comme j'ai dit, on a fini à 11 et même si on a pris quelques cartons jaunes.
Not every reaction stayed on the referee. Some pundits used the same match to praise how France's squad handled the physical approach.
I thought France did exceptionally well, keeping their composure in the first 45 minutes, lost their temper a little bit in the second half, but still tactically rotated a little bit to be able to try and find those little wins.
I thought William Saliba and Dayot Upamecano both played an excellent game. Every single time Paraguay tried to counterattack, it was one of those two who were winning the ball back.
Across TV commentators, TikTok breakdowns, and the French players themselves, the referee Ilgiz Tanashev is treated as the central issue of the match, with the 0 yellow cards for Paraguay standing in as the statistic that sums up the 90 minutes. Where the reactions differ is tone. Some, like Mbappe and Zlatan, treat the officiating as background to how France responded, while others treat it as the story in its own right. Either way, criticism of the referee is the one thread that repeats in nearly every single reaction. Thank you for watching. Check out other cards on the screen.